welcome y'all into episode 5 of the Philly and Fred Show. We're going to go over the Sunday slate, the Monday game. But first, we're going to start with, did you see the trade news that happened about an hour ago?
I saw Joe Flacco earlier, but that's probably not the one you're referring to. I guess I didn't.
Away to the Chargers for safety. Yeah, they
Wow.
sent, Ravens sent, which, one of those situations, I think they got or solved the problem just to create another problem.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've probably got the most questions out of any NFL team, out there. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to really say about Ravens. Harbaugh might be on his last string. Maybe it was just brother helping out a brother. I don't know.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Might be brotherly love. Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Uh, well, we'll get to that game later, but we'll start with the 9:30 game in London. Fish and chips, Vikings Browns. Vikings over the Browns 21-7. Ain't gonna lie, I thought I called this for most of the game because the Browns did look more lively on offense. Dylan Gabriel could move a little bit. Defense still played well. I'll say the two things about the Vikings: Wentz, they don't feel like he's went back to his old self and just turning the ball over, crazy fumbles, crazy picks. Feels like he's like settled down on doing some crazy stuff back there.
Yeah, he looked more comfortable than he did that Pittsburgh game. I'm sure they watched the tape, saw he can't, be taking as many sacks. So, yeah, he definitely looked a little bit more comfortable than he did uh, the week before.
When I think like if JJ comes back next week, I think it's been the perfect stretch for Carson Wentz because he didn't play too good to where now everyone's like, oh my, should he start over JJ?
Right.
But he won 2 out of 3 games, so like that's about as good as you could have it for Vikings fans. I feel like, and also we were talking about Puka, Justin Jefferson. I don't know if I could say anybody's better than that.
I I think it's up for grabs. I think between three people: Jettas, Puka, and Jamar, obviously. But I mean, Puka, it's hard. You can make the
No,
argument
Puka's
for all
awesome.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and another guy trying to put himself in there is JSN.
Oh my gosh.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll discuss him later when
Yeah.
we get to that game.
Yeah.
Anything else about anything else you want to speak on with the Vikings, bro?
I mean, it was a pretty good game. Yeah, Browns. They don't look bad as a team. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. He gave them a little bit of life. I thought they was ready to win. Vikings walk it off. Uh, how about the Addison situation?
He's
What's
uh he, he's had some questionable decision making. That's not the first time.
Yeah, but I mean, he came away with the game-winning touchdown, so I guess you can't be too mad at him. But yeah.
Yeah. Judkins also a beast.
Oh, he's a beast. Oh my
he's
gosh.
he's a beast. They go from Nick Chubb to him. That's a pretty nice switch.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna head out to probably the biggest disappointment a team had throughout the day. Texans 44, Ravens 10. I mean, what? I know you're injured, but that was sad.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say about this Ravens defense. It's crazy actually that the sportsbooks still have the Ravens favored to win the AFC North.
I
How do
see.
you feel about that?
I might put my money on the Steelers.
did,
I don't
did,
know what else to say to that.
yeah, do you think they find a way when they get Lamar back to win some games or
I mean, even when they get healthy, my thing is like they even when they get healthy, they got a bunch of holes still in the team.
yeah. I
Like they
I
can't
gotta see it.
tackle, they
Hmm.
can't guard in the secondary. They're soft on both lines of scrimmage. Like the only thing they have on the whole team, I think, is Lamar, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers. Like everything else, I don't really know how much you can rely on everyone else on that team for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, giving up 44 to the Texas teams that's been struggling all season is
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, and they got that sign that says "Play like a Raven." They are not playing like a Raven. I don't know what. what that sad display was on Sunday.
Yeah, it's
And I
bad right now.
and I also think I get why they wasn't running the ball as much. When I watched every play that I watched in that game, they got no push.
Mm,
Like that offensive line, they didn't move anybody. There was no holes for Henry. Like when I watched that, I understood more. Like, okay, this might be why they're throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game because they have no run game.
yeah, it's sad.
Uh, okay, on to another blowout. Colts 40, Raiders 6. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts on this?
I was way off on this. I mean, first drive. I mean, Geno's fired the ball. They scored first. I thought they was gonna punch it in for a touchdown. They got a field goal, and then they scored 3 points after that and gave up 40 points. So I mean, this Raiders the team actually is just not that good. I mean, simple as that. Colts showing every reason why they should be talked about, and could make a dangerous run because I mean this team is they're going to playoffs. So
I don't know if it was KOC or if it's confidence, but that's another game I hadn't watched the Colts that much this year. I really like locked in on it. Daniel Jones just looks completely different.
yeah, I don't know what happened. Fit that I don't know. Yeah, he looks amazing.
Because when he was with the fight or the Giants, it felt like he was overthinking all the time. And
Hmm.
every time I watched him that game, it was a quick decision, ball out of his hands, quick decision to pull it and run. Like he never overthought. Everything was a look, react, and he just ripped it every time.
Yeah, he looks good. This coach offense looks good. Defense don't look half bad. So I'm very impressed what I'm seeing by the coach.
How do you feel that the uh, Bears picked another tight end over Tyler Warren?
You know, the Bears, we just have a history of not being that great in the draft. Like first off, we didn't even need any position players in my opinion. We had Cole Kmet. But yeah, to see the number one tight end, who I thought obviously was Tyler Warren, uh, skip over him and seeing what he's doing now, it's just like, I mean, that's kind of same thing with Caleb and Jaden Daniels. I mean, we all saw last year Daniels, winning offensive, rookie of the year. But we got Caleb at number one. We could have grabbed Daniels. I mean, I think Caleb will find it out, but it's kind of sort of a similar situation.
Okay,
But yeah.
we're gonna head to. We were 0 for 2 on statements. The
Yeah.
statements we predicted, and I think we're man enough to admit we were both pretty wrong.
Yeah.
Like we'll discuss the first one. Cowboys 37, Jets 22. Dak, he looks like he could be an MVP candidate. He looks sharp this year. He looks really good.
He does. They have the number one offense in the league. Like, they look amazing.
Yeah, they look really good. And also the Jets, are they going to go 0-17? They might.
There's a possibility. I had hope for this Jets team, but there's no more hope left. Uh,
Well, and remember how last week you were like, yeah, against the Dolphins, if they don't fumble on that first drive, and then what do? They have a great drive, get real close, and then they fumble.
yep. I mentioned I don't think they're much of a bad football team. They're just having self-inflicting wounds. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what bad teams do. They have self-inflicting wounds, and I think the Brees Hall fumble in that second quarter was a turnaround in that game. They was driving, about to tie the game up. It looked like he fumbles, and then they just go MIA for about 2.5 quarters. While Cowboys, they just keep pouring it on offense. You had to score touchdowns, to win that game. So they made a late push, but it was just way too late. So, but I mean, you watch this Jets team, it's penalty after penalty after penalty, and it's just like, at what point is it coaching? Like, to like y'all have no discipline at all. It's tough to watch.
Well, that's another thing, crazy thing with the Jets. It's like this has been over coach after another coach. after another coach, and they
Yeah.
always have the same problem. They always turn the ball over. They
Mm-hmm.
always commit penalties. They always seem undisciplined, regardless of the coach. And at some point, I'm like, you got to blame things like that on the coach. But at some point, it's like, is it the front office? Is it the higher ups? Like, it's got to be something else at some point.
Yeah, just a terrible franchise.
And going back to the Cowboys, you got to think they've looked like this the last couple weeks with no CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
they
true.
get they get
That's
CeeDee
scary.
Lamb back. They keep feeding Pickens. Maybe not at the same rate when CeeDee gets back, but at a good rate. Javonte Williams looked like he's resurrected his career.
Yeah.
He
It,
looked like a stud again. I guess it was those injuries because he looks like he did the first year in Denver when he was
mm-hmm.
uh, almost offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Talking about statements, the next game was a big statement. Broncos 21, Eagles 17. This
Yeah.
game,
Sorry. Go
even
ahead.
though they lost and they didn't always bring a ton of pressure, the Eagles' offensive line, that pass protection, the amount of time Jalen Hurts had in the pocket, it seemed like all day, was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of this game, and it was looking like Eagles were about to run away with it, but Broncos said no, 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 no. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I think some of that, yes, I credit that to the Broncos, coming back fighting. But Eagles, why go against the game plan? Saquon got what, 6 rushes?
Yep, 6
I
carries.
think I think as their team, it was the least amount of rushes since 2009, and it's like that's we thought that was you all's identity was running the ball, and then y'all trying to switch it up, get AJ Brown touches because he's mad, and then that ended up costing y'all the game. So I don't. I mean, the Eagles already had questions, coming in, even though they was 4-0. But yeah, after the loss, what are we gonna do now? I mean, you got to get Saquon the ball. I think they know that. So.
Yeah, well, and that's when people have a lot of talent on a team, that's part of
Hmm.
being the offensive coordinator. Get everybody touches, getting AJ Brown touches, getting Saquon Barkley touches, getting Devontae Smith touches.
Hmm.
That's that's the way it goes when you got a lot of talent on offense.
Yeah, I guess you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah. And the one thing, another like, even though they didn't get a whole lot of pressure, the one thing the Broncos did really well was keep Hurts in the pocket. I felt like he
Yeah.
barely got outside to scramble or throw balls outside the pocket.
Yeah, and they got a few sacks on them, so which I feel like Hurts doesn't get sacked, too many times.
Bo
At
Nix,
overtime.
my fault.
No, no, I was done.
Bo Nix, he kind of looked lost for 3 quarters, but in that fourth quarter, he was 9 of 10 with 127 yards. So
Yeah, balled out.
whatever it was, he locked in the fourth quarter, whatever they needed. Early, he was kind of missing some wide open throws.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I
I,
feel like
I
they could have scored a couple early. My fault. Go ahead.
no, no, you're good. But I like the at the end where Sean Payton went for two. You're on the road against defending champs. Yeah, don't try to tie it. I liked him going for twos right there.
Well, and I knew they had a play because they had a stat come up on the thing that they had went for a 2 point conversion all year,
Hmm.
and they got the look they wanted, I guess, and then it was the easy just out route and an easy 2 point conversion to take the lead, and then they kicked the field goal, so the Eagles had to score a touchdown.
Hmm.
That worked out. That could not have worked out better for Sean Payton right there.
Agreed.
Okay, next game. To me, this was another surprise. Commanders 27, Chargers 10. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, pretty much a surprise. I mean, Chargers got off to the early lead. I think they was up 10-0, and then Commanders just came back. Um, Defense stood tall. Uh, I didn't watch much of it. Like it was more so first half than the second half. So, but I know Herbert. He didn't have like a lot of completions or anything. So I don't know if he was missing wide open throws, drops, just good defense. I can't really speak on that. But I know Bill Krosky Merritt had a great game on the ground. I know Amarian Hampton, he got hurt as well, so and he's out for at least a month, they said,
Yeah,
or
they
four
put him on IR.
games. Yeah, so Chargers, started off 3-0. They've lost two straight. Now without their rookie star running back, so it's like, are we even gonna make the playoffs now? Like it's a lot of question marks in that organization. And for the Commanders, you get Jaden Daniels back. Looked how they looked before. Um, so yeah, they look Commanders look pretty good.
Yeah. Commanders side, if they can run the ball like that, and then Jay Daniels can hit the deep ball like that, they
Hmm.
might be a scary team. They were
Yeah.
running it at will, and the Chargers don't give up a lot of rush yards. Since
Right.
Harbaugh's been there, they've been a good run defense. But in that game,
Hmm.
Krosky Merritt got anything he wanted, and then after when them safeties had to come up, they had to stack the box a little bit. He hit a couple deep balls, like they look like a real threat. And they
Yeah.
also, speaking of the deep ball, they didn't even have their best guy, McLaurin.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. So that could be scary. And we play them next week. Great.
So
Or this week.
y'all need revenge for last year, though.
Yeah, we'll be ready, I think.
Yeah. In that game, that's one of those games that old cliche, like a couple plays. This game's going to be won or lost by a couple plays. That was that game for the team because the
Oh
Quentin
yeah.
Johnston fumble up 10-0 going into score,
Yep.
and then the roughing the punter when you took it back to the house.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, those two plays right there turned the game on its head, like completely changed the outcome of the game on two plays.
Big thing, man.
Next, this might have been one of the worst regular season losses I've ever seen. How did the Cardinals lose the Titans?
Well, we still see players not protecting the ball when they go across the goal line. So I mean, it starts with that. That I think that turned the game around. But yeah, I look back and I see that. I mean, there was a lot of luck involved. I mean, Titans throw an interception. They was about to score, but they throw an interception. Dude gets up, fumbles, rolls into the end zone. Titans score a touchdown. So, but I mean, we need things like this in the NFL. I mean, you had 0-14 fighting for the life, rookie quarterback. It was good to see the Titans win, but it sucks for whoever was on Cardinals money line, Cardinals spread, because it looked like Titans were dead in the water.
Yeah, and uh, Cardinals fans, they're apparently over with Kyler Murray, Gannon. I was on Twitter and there was a lot of, or X, I guess, there's a lot of Cardinals fans not happy. They're like, this type of performance that we feel like we get all the time where we
Hmm.
somehow lose a game that we shouldn't lose to a team. During when they went down 21-3, I typed in my note, the Titans might not win a game. That's literally, that was my first note that I seen for this game. Like, they might not win a game. They're that bad.
Uh,
And Cam Ward, too, he makes some really good throws.
yeah, he was throwing darts on that. I did see the game winning drive. He was throwing darts on that game winning drive.
Yeah. And there's been a couple games this year where they've dropped like, multiple of his darts, where
Hmm.
he's made some really good throws, and they've dropped multiple.
Yeah.
All right, so my statement game was next, and I also missed it. Got mine wrong, but we're going to mention the QB stats real quick. Well, I probably should mention the game. Bucks 38, Seattle 35. Baker was 29 of 33, 379 yards, two touchdowns. Sam Darnold, 28 for 34, 341 yards, and four touchdowns. That was an insane game.
No, insane. I mean, high scoring, obviously. Um, I think Baker really got going. There was a Seattle fan. I forgot what he said, but
Before the game?
he's on the
Yeah.
seats right when they're coming out the locker room, and I forgot what Baker said to him, but he said something about we'll see something at halftime or something. But I think that's what got him going. And yeah, Darnold was just doing him, but I mean, we gotta mention these Ohio State wide receivers. I mean,
Oh
they're
my.
just becoming studs in the NFL. Like it was like Igbuka and then JSN were. I mean, they was just catching all the downfield passes. This was a very entertaining game to watch.
This that wide receiver matchup almost feels like a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, possibly in the future, like two
Hmm.
top five, top three receivers in the game, both
Oh
playing
yeah,
on the same team.
yeah, it's scary. Like Igbuka was what coming in season number two because Godwin was hurt. But if Godwin was in, he'd probably be would have been the number three. But like this guy could be a number one on a few teams.
Oh yeah,
He's a stud.
Baker, Baker was awesome.
Oh,
Is he
Baker, yeah,
the
he's amazing.
is he the MVP favorite?
So before last week's games, it was Josh Allen. I could see Baker creeping his way up there. I mean, so how sustainable you think this is? You know, all of their wins, all four of their wins have been on a game winning on the game winning drive.
Mm-hmm.
But like this is still like this is a really good football team in my opinion. Like they have a lot of injuries and they just continue to win. Um, So yeah, I don't think you was necessarily wrong with your statement pick. You know what I'm saying? Because Bucks are a really good team. I
Yeah,
think Seahawks will be fine. I mean, Darnold had three picks and they still only lost, by a field goal. So
yeah.
I think without one of those mistakes, they probably do win this game.
Well, yeah, and one of the main reasons I picked, because I'm high on the Bucks. One of the main reasons I picked Seattle was just because the Bucks are so injured.
Hmm.
Like I'm looking at the Bucks now, they might be one of my favorites in the NFC because
Yeah,
they have a
they look.
lot of people coming back, and outside the Lions, there ain't really nobody even consistently looking good every week in the NFC.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and that's also when I picked the Seahawks, I didn't think they'd give up 38 points.
Oh yeah, I mean that defense was playing really good to that point. So yeah, that was a surprise.
Okay, we're gonna go to the Saints Giants game. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, we both had Saints. We knew, Jackson Dart making his first start wouldn't be, all sunshine and roses. So, um, I didn't watch too much of this game. I know Saints they turned the ball over quite a bit. I think what they have 4 or 5 takeaways, I believe.
Yeah,
So yeah, they forced some fumbles, caught a few interceptions. So, uh, you had a feeling it would be soon. Rattler was going to get his win, or he was going to get benched. So, um, but yeah,
yeah, that was one of those classic stinker games. I wasn't gonna put that game in the multi-view. I wasn't gonna
yeah,
take up one of my multi-view spots. Absolutely no way was I gonna do that. This game has to do well. It doesn't have to do, but what is Lions 37, Bengals 24. Ugly game. Lions won by 13, scored 37 points, but it almost felt like they sleptwalked through this game.
oh, they did. I mean, Bengals. They look. Jake Browning, man. He first half he just looked awful. He picked it up once they was down. End of third quarter, start of fourth quarter. But yeah, Lions were definitely they started they started in plus territory, I believe three
Couple
three or four times in the first half alone. And yeah, they just wasn't scoring. Bengals defense actually for once held their ground and they wasn't allowing points to this Lions team. Uh but yeah, for me, I like the storyline of David Montgomery. He was going back to his hometown in Cincy. His sister, that was paralyzed last year. First time seeing him play. That was kind of what my eye was on in that game. And I also did have Lions as my survivor pick. So yeah, that was pretty cool to watch. That he threw a passing touchdown. He was a quarterback in high school, so that was nice to see that, and he rushed for one. But yeah, I like how Browning he looked good the fourth quarter, but it's like you can't. the throws he were missing, like it was like, and I think that's why Joe Flacco, they brought Joe Flacco in, because I mean Browning, he couldn't complete. There was guys open, he just couldn't get it to him. So yeah.
No, Joe Flacco's been a really good quarterback before. At this stage, if they're trading picks for Joe Flacco, your quarterback's not the guy. You're not very good.
No, yeah, not at all.
Yeah, the one throw Browning had, the commentator said he asked if it slipped out of his hand or if it got tipped. It was that bad of a throw, and it didn't either.
I remember exactly what
And the
throw you talking.
commentators are normally pretty cool with that stuff, but that time
Yeah.
he looked at you can tell he like looked at his other guy like, got tipped, right? He
No.
didn't throw that ball and miss by 10 yards inside, did he?
Wait,
Well, you want to hear
go ahead.
a funny stat too?
I know exactly what you're about to say. Go ahead.
What Jamar Chase tackles?
Jamar Chase
You
led
know
the
who he's
league in
got more
team in
tackles than?
tackles, huh?
You know he's got more tackles than two of the players.
To somebody, probably Hendrickson. Somebody on that Bengals defense
Oh no, these are two studs. He has more tackles than. Not on
on the
his team.
Bengals.
No,
Oh, I can't even. I wouldn't even be able to guess. I don't think.
Micah Parsons and Chris Jones.
Oh my gosh.
A receiver has more tackles than Micah Parsons and Chris Jones. That's a
Real
yikes
quick,
stat.
my bad. I don't mean to cut you off, and I don't want to get off topic. But did you see Chris Jones last night on the Trevor Lawrence, his second touchdown, where
I
he's just
mean,
standing there?
unbelievable
He
effort.
didn't move, like he
Unbelievable
wanted
effort.
them to score.
Nah, literally looked like either wanted them to score or he thought the play got blown dead.
Oh yeah, he just stopped, like he was expecting his teammates to just make the tackle. But
Yeah.
yeah, my bad.
Well, no, I mean, you bring that game up, we'll discuss that game now. Uh, Jaguars 31, Chiefs 28. That was a heck of a game.
Very entertaining game. This nominee for best game of the year, maybe, or top three. Bills Ravens probably
I
the
was gonna say
top of.
Bills Ravens gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
you can
probably
beat them.
top, but this got to be top three so far. That was a heck of a matchup last night.
Boy, there was multiple. I think this Jags team's different this year because at multiple times, I think in years prior, they would have just given up because they were down 14-0. There was
Hmm.
multiple times where I thought it was going to get away from them, and they never let it get away from them. They just came back and responded every time. Trevor Lawrence, that's that's what you expect from your quarterback you're paying $200+ million to.
Oh yeah, he performed. Maybe because of his birthday, you know.
I mean, trick him into it being his birthday every week. If he could play that good on his birthday, hey brother, big
Yeah.
birthday cake, a bunch of candles, blow him out.
Uh,
His legs, I hadn't seen him use his legs and scramble that much. I think maybe his whole NFL career.
dude, he hasn't, and he has the capability. Like he did that at Clemson, and I was on his over rushing yards last night. Like the KC, they've been allowing a lot of rushing yards to the quarterback, probably because their pressure rates, pretty high. Play a lot of zone, but yeah, I mean he scrambled a lot. That's probably what was on the film, that Chiefs giving up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks. I mean they gave up like 30 to Herbert, who we know doesn't really scramble that often. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
Lawrence looked good.
that last play, I had ETN touchdown bet. So when he tripped, I said, "Oh, okay, get up." And then he
Mm.
got up. I said, "Okay, bet, just throw it away." And then he run. I said, "No, no, 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 no."
No,
He
no.
dove in for the end zone. I said, "Oh my
Oh
god, what kind of Superman play is that?" Where he
god.
falls again, gets
Yeah,
up, breaks two tackles, the defensive lineman,
yeah.
and then scores. I was like, whatever. Jags win, Chiefs lose, still win in some sorts, but wish I could have won that bet. All right, we're going to end it here. Give me two winners of the week and two losers of the week.
From this past week,
Yep, it can be a team or individual player.
two winners, two losers. Loser, I'll start with my losers. Let me go. Let me go Bills. Bills is one of my losers. It may I like the way the Pats play, but the Bills, they looked out of sorts on offense. I haven't seen them turn the ball that over that much in a game. They have one takeaway coming into the season. They turned it over, I believe, 3 times this last game. So I mean, as of right now, I don't think there's no like clear cut favorite in the NFL. Like it's pretty wide open. I think as it's been in the last 10 years, maybe. So yeah, seeing the Bills go down, like that was a little surprising. I thought Patriots would fight. I thought Bills would come up with the win though. So that's one of my losers. My second, let's go Cardinals. Just the way they lost that game. Uh, you're fighting the. You actually look decent this year to start. You're already in the tough division. You're playing the 0-4 Titans that had nothing going for them. You can't lose that game. Uh, so yeah, I'll go Cardinals for my second loser. Uh, First winner. I'll go Broncos. I think after that win, we might actually be saying like they're for real. I mean, they're 3-2, two losses by combined 4 points to two really good teams. Um, Bo Nix, picking it up. Maybe not a second year slump as we maybe thought it was. Uh, so yeah, and then like we just mentioned, my second winner will be the Jaguars, who also look really good. Trevor Lawrence, you know, he actually hasn't played that great up until yesterday. But yeah, beating the Chiefs and the way that this team, fought back, like you said, they wouldn't have done this in prior years. And to see them fight back when they look dead in the water at points in the game, that was a great statement win. And yeah, the sky's the limit for this team.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, since I'm an absolute idiot and did not bring up the Patriots Bills game, I will give my tiny thoughts on that. That I think what we discussed before the game, can the Patriots run defense stop the Patriots, they only kept Cook to 49 yards. And then when you keep the rush game to a minimum with this Bills team, it feels like there's not a lot of options outside.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think Coleman's been in year two what you thought he was going to be. Shakir's come back to what his career was like. They they don't feel like they got a lot of guys that can beat you one on one outside. If you stuff the box and you can play man coverage against them, I don't feel like they have a lot of guys that can get open. And
I agree with that statement.
once again, we mentioned it, I think last week. Feels like when it gets to the playoffs again, they're going to ask Josh Allen to be Superman every game of the playoffs. And when he's not Superman, I feel like they might lose.
Oh yeah.
So head back to winners and losers. I think my first loser is going to be the Ravens. That was just disrespectful to that Raven on the helmet in the franchise. They always say play like a Raven. That was not playing like a Raven. They looked like they quit. They gave no effort. You're hurt, but that's no excuse to lay down. Like the team, you can get beat, but just get manhandled like that and look like you quit. That's just you can't let that happen. And my second loser, I know their star quarterback's out, but the Bengals just because it feels like it's another wasted year.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just another wasted year. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. The offensive line stinks. The defense stinks again. You haven't put the guys around your star players, and that's led to you being a not good football team that's probably going to miss the playoffs. And my first winner, even though I picked against them, is going to be the Bucks. Is to go into Seattle, the 12th man, and win a shootout like that, have your quarterback play like an MVP candidate again while you're that hurt, that's a heck of a win right there. Beating a good team on the road, and you got injuries everywhere. that's a good win. Whenever they get healthy, I think teams are going to be scared to see them
Most
closer to the
definitely.
playoffs, and then during the playoffs, they're going to be a scary team. I think.
Hmm.
This next one, I'm going to have to go with the. I think I'm going to have to go with the Cowboys. Because
Hmm.
everybody hates on the Cowboys. I get it. Their fans are annoying. You want to hate on them. It's easy to hate on them. But after that Bears loss, people thought they were terrible. But if you look at their other games, they've almost beat the Eagles, close against the Eagles, beat the Giants, and then tied with the Packers, and then you blow the Jets out. Like, I think the Cowboys, I think they're going to make the playoffs this year. And I think they had a great weekend. Easy win. Offense looks good. CD's 1 week closer to getting back. George Pickens is becoming a 1A option. And I think they're gonna be a good team that makes the playoffs and might win a playoff game or two.
Yeah, people counted the Cowboys out, and I'm so curious to see how this NFC is gonna finish out because I mean, there's so many really good teams, like, but somebody's gonna get left out.
Both the NFC and the AFC are wide open.
I mean, wide open. Like, you could go to three different divisions in the NFC and pick three teams that probably you could make a good case to go to the playoffs. So yeah, it's gonna be fun watching down the stretch, and I think that tie that is gonna have to do something with it, whether it's the Cowboys or the Packers. That's
Mm.
gonna impact somebody heavy. So
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we head out?
uh no, I don't think I have any off the top of my head.
Alrighty. So that's the show, and we'll see y'all on Friday.
Dude, I have no clue. It literally out of nowhere it said like reconnect or exit. I have no clue.